Every step is a miracle. Every step is nourishing. Every step is healing. The Zen master Linji said that the miracle is not to walk on thin air or on fire. The miracle is to walk on earth. To be alive and to be walking on this planet is a miracle. And we can perform that miracle at any time you want. Imagine you are an astronaut and you have spent 2 months up there in the sky, and you miss home, you miss the planet. Now you have landed back to the planet, and you see the grass, the trees, you hear the sound of the creek, and you enjoy so much. You enjoy walking on a small path, and each step brings you happiness and joy. And you see that the kingdom, your home, is really there for you. And that is thanks to mindfulness and concentration. Therefore, we say that mindfulness and concentration is a source of happiness and peace. When we concentrate on our breathing, on our steps, we release the past. The past is no longer a prison for us. There are those of us who cannot get out of the prison of the past, who are not capable of living in the present. We have to try to help them with our practice. And there are those of us who always think of the future. They worry so much about the future. They are very fearful about the future. They do not have a chance to and capacity to live the present moment. And we can help them with our practice. We can invite them back to the here and now and enjoy. In fact, there is a fear in us. That is why we do not have the capacity to enjoy it in the here and now. We long for something. We are afraid of something will happen. We have borrowed too much from ourselves. We trade our physical labor for the things we think that essential to our happiness and security. This planet belongs to our children. We have borrowed this planet from our children. We have caused a lot of damage to our planet. We don't know whether we can give it back to our children the way we want. But who are they? They are our children. They are our continuation. They are us. It means we have borrowed from ourselves. We have borrowed, and not much is left in ourselves. That is the present situation. With the practice, we can do otherwise. With the practice of mindfulness, going home to the present moment, we know that there are so many wonders of life. There are many conditions of happiness that are available. We don't need to borrow anymore. The planet cannot take it anymore. Our children cannot take it anymore. We cannot take it anymore. Stop borrowing. Because we don't need. When we go back to our body, to our mind, to the present moment, we see that there are still conditions of happiness available. And if we know how to get in touch with them, we can be happy, satisfied, fulfilled, right here and right now. This is the teaching of the Buddha, the practice recommended by the Buddha, living happily in the present moment. When you go for a vacation, when you go for a retreat, a picnic, you might use a tent. You can live 10 days, 20 days in a tent. You have to go and fetch water, and it's not as comfortable as your home, but you are very happy living in a tent and living in a retreat. You don't suffer at all. And yet you know at home you are more comfortable. The running water, everything. So it is the fear in us that prevents us to be happy. We can very well live a simple life and happily also. There is the story of Bhadya in the family of Shakyamuni, who became a monk. 1 year after enlightenment, the Buddha went home and visited, and so many young people wanted to join him in monastic life, including young people in his royal family. And Bhadya was one of them. He had been a governor, very rich, before he left everything in order to join Siddhartha, to join the Buddha as a monk. He was ordained with 5 other people. And the 3rd or the 4th week of after his ordination, one day he was practicing meditation in the wood late at night. And suddenly he pronounced the word, "Oh my happiness, oh my happiness," 2 times. And another monk sitting close by was very surprised. And he thought that Bhadya was regretting his life as a governor. He thought that after having become a monk, he regretted his position as a governor, very rich, very powerful. And that is why he went to the Buddha and reported, "Dear teacher, last night I hear Bhadya pronounce 2 times the word, oh happiness, oh my happiness. I think he's regretting that he has ordained as a monk." The Buddha did not believe it, but he summoned Bhadya and other monks. And in the presence of many monks, he asked Bhadya, "Is it true that last night during sitting meditation, you pronounced 2 times, oh my happiness, oh my happiness?" And Bhadya said, "Yes, teacher, I did pronounce 2 times the word, oh my happiness, oh my happiness." The Buddha said, explain, please explain why you did so. And Bhatia said that, teacher, dear friends, when I was a lay person, I was very powerful. I was very rich, but I always live in fear. I was very afraid that someone will come and kill me and took my belongings. So I always had many soldiers guarding inside the house and around. I could not sleep well. Someone may try to take my place. Someone may try to assassinate me and steal from me. So I live in constant fear. Although I was powerful, rich, but I was not happy. But last night, sitting in a wood, I feel I have nothing to lose. I am so free, so light. I feel that the life, this simple life, suits me wonderfully. And in that state of being happiness, I utter the word, "Oh my happiness, oh my happiness." And everyone understood. Many of us are afraid that we cannot continue with the living style that we are having because of the economic crisis. And that fear is an obstacle. That fear does not allow us to live happily. The fact is that Bhatia found that the life of a monk, very simple like that, can be a very happy life. A lot of freedom, a lot of brotherhood, understanding and compassion. And that is why the problem is not whether you can recover from the economic crisis. We can do something in order to change the economic situation. The problem is how to deal with our fear. And if we can remove that fear, and then happiness will be possible right away, even if we have to live a little bit more simply. And only when you liberate yourself from that fear, you can truly come home to the here and the now and enjoy yourself, enjoy life, enjoy the kingdom of God that is available. And walking meditation is one of the ways to taste the kingdom, to taste the here and the now deeply.